What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's predictions time for Six Nations round 3 that is getting underway. We just had a break, but now it is back, and what a weekend we've got to look forward to. We see Scotland taking on Italy first in the first coming game this weekend in what should be a very interesting match. This game is in Rome, so it's a home advantage for Italy. Does that mean they can do something? Does that mean they can shock the world? Last time these two met, the score was 33-20 to Scotland, and that, however, was at Murrayfield. It was a lot closer than we might have thought. We might have thought, hey, Scotland should demolish the Italians, but Italy put on 20 points, which is very strong to do. Now, if we looked at this game in the past, we would have thought, this is a bit of a wooden spoon. But, and it so far might be looking that way again. However, anything is possible. Scotland haven't had the year that they wanted. Obviously missing Finn Russell with the drama there. Stuart Hogg not playing the greatest rugby, and he's the leader. Maybe captaincy is a bit of a pressure point for him. Italy haven't been the strongest. They haven't had a win in a while against these teams, and there's one game they would have been hoping to win in the past. It's this one against Scotland, and to be honest, the rate Scotland's going, now's the time to try and surprise things going. If we look at Italy's team news, Italy are without a win from either of their two matches in this year's Six Nations game, but Scotland represent their best chance of ending their drought in the competition. As I just mentioned, they showed some good character in the second game of the tournament when they responded to their previous week, the first week, when they got drummed by Wales. But they just lost by 13 against France, showing a lot of character. So Franco Smith will be a little bit impressed and happy with the way the Italians played in that first game, and will be wanting it to be continued as they approach this one against Scotland, because anything can happen. Home advantage, you are playing against not the strongest Scottish side, but Gregor Townsend is no idiot. He knows how to handle these situations, but don't rattle Franco Smith either. He's been in the game for a while too. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Probably likely to see the same squad as we saw. But if we look at Scotland went toe-to-toe with England in the dreadful conditions at Murrayfield. But in a closely fought game, it was the English who prevailed and scored that try to win the Calcutta Cup. So although it was close and all that stuff, and weather was a problem, there were still errors. I mean, Scotland to me could have beaten Ireland. Scotland to me could have beaten England. They just need to capitalise on opportunities, make less errors, be more disciplined, and they can do it. They've got to be focused this weekend. If they're not focused, they could come short to the Italians, and that, my friends, is the last thing that this team needs. Gregor Townsend was proud of his side's effort against England, and will not want to make any changes, too many changes to the squad, although he's likely to be boosted by the return of two injured players. Matt Ferguson and Sam Skinner both look set to be included in the squad, and Darcy Graham is also back in contention. But will the Scots be without Johnny Gray, who has been ruled out for the rest of the tournament? So that's going to be a big loss for them. So Italy have not won a game since 2015. So we look at the favours and what the stats are and all that stuff. It's a long way away. That's 5 years ago. Half a decade when they last beat Scotland. So they're going to be wanting to really prove a point. And like I said in the start of this video, if there's a chance, now's the time. However, for me personally, Scotland will know that they've got a lot of cleaning up to do. They made a lot of errors against both Ireland and England, and they will know, and it will be eating them, that they had the opportunity to get a win, but they didn't. So this is now important time to get a bonus point one and to try and get that fifth place, because at this rate, that's what it's looking like it's going to be. So my prediction is Scotland to win by more than 10. But geez, don't count out the Italians. I won't be surprised if we're back here and it's like, hey G-Man, you got that wrong. Who knows? Anything is possible. Next game we have Wales taking on France, and what should be a very interesting battle. Now France is one of two teams that are unbeaten in this tournament and still have a chance at getting a Grand Slam, along with Ireland, who are undefeated, who play England. So what could be the outcome here? You got France, who are looking good. Young team, sharp, playing a lot of heart and soul within, proving a lot of the critics wrong, getting their points proven. And although the game against England, against the previous one, wasn't the sharpest, they can work on it, and that was against Italy, because they just, to me, allowed too many points being scored. But if they focus and they keep to the momentum of what they played at the start of this tournament, hey, anything's possible. It's not easy beating England, and they've done it. Wales, another quality side with quality players who really give it their absolute all in everything they do. They had an amazing year last year of winning the Grand Slam Six Nations Championship, as well as becoming number one in the world. They really, really looked good. So they will also be wanting to prove a point and say, hey guys, don't write us off just yet. Anything is possible. Do not write this team off. Wales are sitting fourth on the log. France are currently sitting at number one, tied with, obviously, Ireland, but points difference gives them the upper hand. So, could Wales break the streak of France in this Six Nations tournament? That it's going to be an interesting game. Last time these two met, the score was 20-19 at the Millennium Stadium. Close fought game. Tightness. So it just proves a point that, and this France team, for me, is in a better place than what they were last year. Looking a lot more focused, new coach, new captain, a lot of new debutants, young blood, really gelling well. This is going to be a tough game. If we look at some team news, Wales were unable to back up their opening round display as they were defeated by Ireland in Dublin, which ended any hopes of making that Grand Slam happen. Dan Bigg and Josh Adams' availability remains up in the air after the pair suffered injury scares in the loss against Ireland, with Bigger failing his HIA, while Adams was forced off with a hip problem. But hopefully those two are going to be back, because we know what they have to offer for Wales, and obviously by the time you're watching this, you will know that story. Rice is on standby in case Bigger does not overcome his head knock, when he faced the French, but he would be likely in the lineup, on the bench, with Jared Evans set to set up into the starting fly half role. That is Wales news. Look at France. Obviously, France were able to make it 2 wins in a row, like mentioned, which is great stuff for them. The team lineup for France in this game could include several changes, like Fabien Galtier opting to make 4 changes to his squad, seeking Sekom, Makalu, Cyril, I'm going to say that, Baptiste and Julian, all making the way. There could be international debuts for Julian Ducat and Lucas Toizen, after they were called up to the squad for the first time, and are joined by Baptiste Del Porte and Maximum Luco, who are other additions to this French squad. So that brings us to the final part, the prediction. Wales obviously have nothing to lose. They want to prove a point. They want to go all the way, and they want to break France's record, and we know they can do that. You can't write this team off. They started the tournament with a bang, destroyed Italy. Lost to Ireland, yes. Now they go France. Can they break the streak? Will we see a Grand Slam? Those are the questions that Wales need to be asking. We need to break the streak. We don't want them to take a Grand Slam. It's going to be a tight game. I really believe it's going to be up and down, and it's not going to be a high point scoring game. Both teams need to improve on their most recent performances, so there's going to be a lot of up and down, strong tackling, and it's going to be a tight game. However, because Wales are playing at home, I'm giving this to the home side. I just think they have it in them to really go that extra mile, and when I say extra, that little bit, in order to beat France. I think France are a fantastic team, and this time next year when we're predicting, it's going to be massive, and I think they're going to be phenomenal in every aspect of the game, but I just don't think they're ready for a Grand Slam just yet, and I think that we will see Wales just take it. It's going to be up and down, but I'm going Wales to do the predictions. Now next up would be the big one, England versus Ireland. But because that's my game of the week, I'm saving that for a video on its own. Yes, fluke me, I'm sorry, but I want to dedicate that to a video and just lay it down a bit more as well for this one to give me another video to go out for you. And also, it's one that I probably won't be able to stream because I'm going to be at the cricket, so I want to put full focus onto that video, because Wales and France I will stream. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys soon for the other one. Stay tuned. England versus Ireland preview prediction is coming, and join me for the stream, Wales versus France. It's going to be good fun as usual. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Always appreciate the support. May the best team win. I'm back in Scotland and I'm back in Wales in these two games. Wait and see what I say for Ireland versus England. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.